So let's say that we want our hitting to be a little bit more forgiving, so not one hit kills you. So what I'm going to do in my level, I've expanded it, I've added some enemies. So I want to change something. So I said when I collide with the sprite, we restart layout. Instead, I'm going to go back to the system and I'm going to say destroy. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I go to sprite. I'm going to destroy. And what I did was I copied some of these commands from the previous event sheet. So I copied these events. So here I'm also going to toggle disabled, toggle disabled, toggle disabled. Okay, toggle disabled. Cool. So now, whenever my sprite is destroyed, the system will restart. And whenever I'm hitting this guy, I'm getting destroyed. So it will play exactly the same way. Here I fall down. Let's see. There's my first enemy. So, boom. Now I restart. And that's going to work just the same. So let's go back. Now we want to add some life. So here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to add what's called an instance variable. An instance variable is basically telling the computer I'm going to use numbers to quantify what's happening. So let's say I have 3 hits before I die. I can say, okay, my first instance variable is my health. I name it my health. And I set it to 3. If I hit the sprite, set variable, or reduce the variable health by 1. Well, we'll go through it. So I'm going to go back to my level, click my sprite, and I'm going to say instance variables. I'm going to add one. I'm going to name it player.health. It's a number, initial value is 3. Okay, so it's just player health, no dot. Apparently I can't do that. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to make sure that every time I restart, my health is 3. So I go to System, and I say, let's see. No, I'm going to go to the character that I saved the instance variable. And now I'm going to the instance variables event that just popped up. And I'm going to say, let's go back. System, on start of layout. And now I'm going to go to my sprite. I'm going to set the instance variable, so set value of the instance variable to 3. Done. So now whenever I restart the scene, it's going to set my health to 3. So on collision with sprite, I'm going to change this action by double-clicking. Now, on collision, when the sprite hits me, I'm going to set, or let's see, subtract from the instance variable player health. Done. I'm also going to have the system wait 1 second. The reason I say that is because this game will work very fast calculating things. So if I tell it that if my character's touching the sprite, it's going to be checking like 120 times a second or something like that, maybe even faster, for if my player is contacting the enemy. If I tell it that whenever I'm touching to subtract 1, it's going to rip through my health. But if I tell it to wait a second, it'll rip 1 health away and then wait a second before hitting. That gives me some temporary invincibility. So let's see how that works. Oh, it's 2. And huh, nothing's happening. So what I have to do is now go back. Let's see, player health. Wait 1 second. All right, add event. So now what we are going to do, we never told it what to do if our variable is 0. Compare instance variable. If my player health, I'm adding a new event, system, player instance variable, compare state, or compare variable. If player health is equal to 0, done. Now I'm going to the sprite, and I'm going to destroy. You just type that in. So now let's see. 1, 2. Now I have health. And it's difficult to understand that I have health because it's hard to see that. So something I will be getting into is displaying instance variables as a heads-up display. But for now, I just wanted to focus on how you could do that. Next video, I'm going to give you a chance to fight back.